You may have heard Caitlin Clark is coming back to play at Carver Hawkeye Arena, and tickets to see her and the Fever play in May sold out in less than an hour. In fact, tickets never made it to the general public sale scheduled for tomorrow. Pre-sale for select donors and season ticket holders opened at 9 o'clock this morning. All 15,000 tickets were snatched up by 9:36. Here to talk about the demand is our Mark Freund. All right, let's be honest, not much of a surprise, really?
No, not a surprise at all. This was a hot ticket. All you need to do is kind of let history dictate and inform what we assumed would happen with this pre-sale, right? You're talking Iowa women's basketball tickets, season tickets sold out for the last 2 years. Obviously, most of that due to Caitlin Clark, but then also you throw in the fact that there are donors involved as well, and that just drives up the numbers of people that were looking for tickets. And when they were selling them with a maximum of 4 tickets available, well, those tickets are going to go really fast.
Yeah, and on top of that, it is being held at Carver Hawkeye, but it's not an official university event. So talk about how that plays into this.
Yeah, so the pre-sale was not run by the University of Iowa. It was run by a group, I believe they're called Pro Hoops Sports and Events. And so Iowa was that organization, we're told, was I guess nice enough to allow those involved with Iowa donorship and season tickets to be a part of that pre-sale. This is a statement shared by the University of Iowa. This is not an athletics department event, as we mentioned. An outside promoter, the one I mentioned before, is responsible for coordinating the event, and they were willing to open pre-sales to University of Iowa women's basketball season ticket holders and donors first. So the University of Iowa was involved, but not really. It's a little confusing, but the point here is that obviously we with the donors and the season ticket holders having access, these tickets were always gonna sell out pretty quickly.
Okay, let's talk a little bit. I mean, we can't predict the future, but I'm guessing we anticipate that there will be huge throngs of people at this event, even if they don't have tickets. What do you think the scene is going to be like outside the arena?
Jeez. Well, yeah, I mean, it could be really busy, right? We saw when Caitlin Clark was here, the crowds that would come line up at Carver before the games. You know, you're certainly going to see tickets trickle down on the resale sites, which we have already seen some of that. Now, the University of Iowa did vow to kind of police some of those resale tickets and crack down if it appeared that they were purchased only for the purpose of reselling them. And it does appear, I was on SeatGeek earlier today, and there were tickets on SeatGeek for $8,000, $16,000.
Oh, we're seeing it right here.
I even saw a set of tickets for $45,000 a piece earlier today. Now, in the last hour or so, those tickets have either been removed off of the SeatGeek seating map, or the price has been scaled back to a number that is probably more reasonable. So it does appear that someone is at least policing those resale tickets right now, which is good news for the consumer and those that are willing to spend a little bit more to make sure that they get in to see Caitlin Clark come with the Indiana Fever.
Okay, that event's coming up in May, so you can bet we'll be talking about it some more.
May 5th, it's coming.
Yeah, thanks, Mark.